They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
Here we go. Good. Sit high.
Off the play action, here's Fields. That is caught downfield by Pickens. 17 yards on that play. Good for a Steeler first down.
Here we go, sit high. Sit high.
Here's Harris. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
The integrity of the defense, Mike, is based on every defender holding their gap. That's exactly what we saw out of this defensive tackle. Not only did he hold his gap, he's able to shed his block and make the play.
No muss, no muss. Hey, 551. Alpha. Good night.
2nd down. It's Fields. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Fields from the gun on 3rd down. He's got his tight end. That's Freiermuth. A pickup of 15 in the air. That's a Steeler first down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down.
Hey, Ken. Alpha. Go.
Play action now for Fields. That is caught. And he'll take it on in. George Pickens. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. His 12th touchdown of the year. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. He fields it at the 8. Now an opening past the 30. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They're going to motion the tight end over here. Here's Burrow going to begin this one with a pass. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go.
Working out of the gun, Burrow. Well covered on the sideline, and it's intercepted. And he's going to be taken down, but it's a quick change situation. He has set his offense up with 1st and goal.
Here we go, son.
A tight end in motion now.
All right.
He'll try the right side now with Harris. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
That's pulled in. Najee Harris.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
That's hauled in at the 2. And he's in. Calvin Austin. Touchdown, Steelers. On for the extra point is Boswell. It's up and through. And the Steelers move out on top, 14-0. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. And this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Now Burrow on the bootleg. He'll tuck it and take off.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
Here we go, here we go.
They go play action for Burrow. He'll get this out to his running back. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
It's so early in the game, you have to be careful now as coaches and players that you don't find yourself trailing early and get out of your game plan. There is so much time left. Stick to what you've worked on all week. There's plenty of time to chip away and see if you can make this thing close come the fourth quarter. All these defensive linemen, I promise you, they all want sacks. That is how you get paid. That is how you make your name. But it's also the other plays where you can affect the quarterback. Can you make them feel uncomfortable? Or in this case, you don't get the sack, but it was the hit that's able to alter the pass to fall incomplete.
The second down throw is incomplete.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
After back-to-back incompletions, they now face third down and 10. That's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range. Fourth down, and the Bengals will bring in Evan McPherson for the field goal try. This officially a 58-yard attempt. This one not going to get there. From distance, it is no good. And they do not cut into the deficit. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Hey, extend. Sit high.
From the shotgun, it's Fields. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
Out, let's go. Don't jump. Ready? Nelson. Sit high.
Working out of the gun, it's Fields. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete. Pat Freiermuth, the intended receiver. And it'll be third down.
And on a game where it seems like this quarterback hasn't really done much wrong, that's really his most critical missed throw so far. He's had himself a really good game up until this point, but I think that's one when he goes back and watches the tape, he knows he should have had it.
11. Sit high.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. This one down the field for Freiermuth. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
Up. Easy.
First down, Fields. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for George Pickens there. It's second down.
Trust me, butt strike. You got to extend. Here we go, son.
Here's Fields. It is brought in the end zone. George Pickens. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. So 2 touchdowns for him in this one. Numbers 12 and 13 on the year. Boswell now for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Steelers will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
On 2. Here we go. Got it.
And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
And this time they are ready for him. He'll be thrown for a loss. No big gain that carry. It's second down. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5. And here comes third down.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll try to get this one on the ground. It's a gain of 10 yards. It's a Cincinnati first down.
This offense has to be thrilled, Mike, with the success they've had here on the ground in this opening quarter. Now as the rest of the game unfolds, everything in the game plan continues to open up.
So we are through one on Sunday Night Football. First and 10.
11, 11, 11. Here we go, here we go. 11, 11. Got it.
They'll stay on the ground. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
They'll stick with him again. And he is putting in the work. Dancing inside the 40-yard line. A gain of 8.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
A field goal, no gimme from this distance. They'll go on fourth down.
Here we go.
Throwing is Burrow. He's got a receiver. It's Chase. And he will score. Jamar Chase. Touchdown, Bengals. Well, that is a step in the right direction, finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg. Could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing this coach is trying to get across right now on the sideline, Mike, is let's just cut into this lead and let's make it a one-score game at half. So they still got some work to do, but if they can go into halftime, regroup, catch their breath, just keep it close, give yourself a fighting chance here out of the break.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. It's a return. Here comes Calvin Austin. Oh, he's got room past the 30. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10.
EQ. Go.
To throw is Fields. Open man downfield is Freiermuth. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. 1st and 10 now from the 36.
Here we go, son.
They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
Here we go.
Throwing is Fields. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. That's number 40 on the season for him.
Hey.
They bring a tight end in motion left.
Set.
A 1st down throw for Fields. Quick throw out wide. It's caught. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown Steelers. On for the extra point is Boswell. The kick is good. And the Steelers add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. Boswell now, following the touchdown, back out to kick this one off. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
11. Here we go.
Play action now. It's Burrow. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
It's been a rough 1st half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins. And it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline. So as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
And good work there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jamar Chase. And it'll lead to a 2nd down.
Here we go.
Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. To the left side. Caught by Chase.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
They'll come up to 3rd and 3.
Here we go. Stop.
Trying to pick this one up on the ground. It'll be a pickup of 10. And the Bengals going to have a 1st down.
There's a big conversation going on right now around the NFL about what is the true value of having a run game. And I've always thought it comes down to being good at 3 situations. Can you run the ball in the 4th quarter with a lead? How well can you run the ball on the goal line? And then in this case, how well can you run the ball in short yardage situations?
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4.
Gun. Stop.
Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll work this down inside the 35. Peyton Wilson that time in on the stop. Now a 3rd and 2.
Here we go. Stop.
This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking 1st down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
Two minutes to go here till halftime. We'll come back to the Steel City after this. The offense staying out there for this 4th down. They send the tight end in motion. Burrow throwing on 4th down. That's taken in. And this is going to work out. They get the 1st down. It was 4th and 4, a little risk, but it pays off. To the right side here, pass is caught. Whoa, he is in. Cut down Cincinnati. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His first NFL touchdown.
We're seeing this so much all across the NFL, Mike, is the value placed on a receiver being able to turn into a runner after they're able to secure the catch. And sometimes it's easier said than done. But if you want to survive in this league as a wide receiver, you have to be able to make plays like this after the catch. And great job there by the quarterback being accurate. Great job by the receiver running after he makes the catch.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Austin now to return this. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
Here we go.
Back to throw is Fields. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play.
West right, sit. Sit high.
They go play action with Fields. A pass taken in by Harris. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
Fields now. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free.
I'm fine, ready? 11 MT, 11 MT. Let's get set. 12.
They do try to run it out as they start on the ground. Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this 1st half.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
On, ready?
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Burrow to throw. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play.
Anytime you have a running back like this, it's more about just how many ways can you get the ball in his hand. He's had a great game today so far on the ground. Now they're starting to find ways to get him the ball through the air, and that is a handful for any defense.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He manages manages to get the throwaway and completes it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Every team in the league practices these situations every single day. That's a critical third down, Mike. So now with this fresh set of downs, they got to just take a deep breath. Now you're really not so much playing against your opponent as much as you are playing against this clock.
They bring Chase in motion.
12.
On 1st and 10, Burrow. That'll be intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
And that one bounces off the crossbar, but it goes in. It's good. So we're at halftime here on Sunday Night Football as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line.
On 1, ready?
Here's 1st and 10.
11. Stop.
They go play action for Burrow. Open man, downfield. Chase has it. And it'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line.
And, Mike, I think as they try to find themselves clawing back in this game, they're going to have to make a concentrated effort here in the second half to continue to get him involved. Give him opportunities in space with the ball in his hand, and chances are, when he has it, good things happen.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. 2nd down and 3.
Gun. Stop.
Here's Burrow. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. Here's 3rd down and a few inches.
11.
They'll run. He'll try the left side now. He is going to have a Bengals first down. At least at first glance, they'll spot the football just beyond the marker and find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
11, mighty. 11, stop.
He'll get about 2. Cole Holcomb in on the tackle. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8.
Here we go. Stop.
Burrow working in the pistol. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Yes, 11, Thomas. Stop.
Burrow from out of the gun here on third. A hit, and he has lost the football. One of the Steelers has it. How about the defense getting to the quarterback, getting access to the ball, knocking it free, and coming up with the recovery?
I'd like to see the quarterback just be a little more secure with the ball, Mike. You can see he's just a little loose, especially when you're operating from the pocket. But give credit to the defender. Nice job attacking the ball, knocking it loose and recovering it, and that is a big takeaway here by this defense.
Here we go.
They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion.
Tonight.
On first down, right back to Harris. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
Can. Here we go. Tonight.
Off the play action, here's Fields. That is caught downfield by Pickens. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they take it to the 20-yard line with that one.
Hey, Monday. Hey, Can. Let's go, Alpha right here. Here we go. Go.
First down, Fields. To the end zone, it's intercepted.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown.
Here we go.
And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Oh, short game there, to about the 22. Second down and 8.
12. Here we go.
Now a give up the middle, and he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up third down.
Here we go.
Now, Burrow. Open man, right side. He's got it. Big strides. Look at him go. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Mike, it just seems like certain games each week just align for matchups like we're seeing today. Just two quarterbacks trading blow for blow, putting on a show for their respective teams. Let's see if he can finish this drive off with another touchdown following that big play. The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
Now second down throw for Burrow. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the third sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up third down.
Here we go.
Now, Burrow. He'll look over the middle and find his running back. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. And Sunday Night Football continues after this.
On 1, ready?
From back at the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Here we go. 12, 12, 12. 11, mighty. 11, mighty. 11, 11, 11, 11. God.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Next to score, Steelers 31, Bengals 21. Evan McPherson to kick off.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line.
Don't jump. Ready? All right.
This drive begins with a run by Harris. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Easy, easy, easy. Here we go, son. All right.
Play action now for Fields. On a throw here, right side, falls incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Fields from the gun on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Oh, and now look at this. It's a fake. And this will wind up incomplete. Quite a call there. They go for the fake punt, but instead they're going to wind up turning the ball over on downs. So it's obvious during the course of the week in practice, studying the film, they thought there was an advantage they could take with their punt unit coming on the field and picking up a 4th down fake. But the execution just wasn't there. So again, you go back to the drawing board and you say, okay, am I better off having my punter attempt that? And he will score! Game on! Jamar Chase. Touchdown, Cincinnati. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening. The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3. A field goal here in the 4th quarter. So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. Austin now to return this. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line.
Here we go, son. All right.
They'll start this on the ground, and it's Harris. And he works his way through an opening. Up past the 35. Nice run for 8 on that one. He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2.
Here we go. Good.
Another run here with Harris. And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down.
No mud. Here we go, son. Hey, bud, tonight.
Working out of the gun, it's Fields. He's got his tight end. That's Freiermuth. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
Here we go.
They put Pickens in motion.
Right.
A give, and here comes Harris. And that one not going to net too much. He'll get this down to the 31.
He's brought down at the 31. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Hey, Ken. Here we go.
Now a 2nd down throw for Fields. That's complete left side to Pickens. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. An opportunity for what could be a game-sealing touchdown right here. 1st down and goal. They'll run with Harris. And they are all over that on defense. Good surge, drops him back. Let's put him at the 9-yard line.
This defense knows the importance of this drive. They have to keep this game at 1 possession. That's a great start there on 1st down.
Here we go, son.
One more time, it's Harris. And this one blown up. Good surge, and drop him. A loss on the play, back to the 9-yard line.
You know at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
This is caught toward the side of the end zone. George Pickens. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. That touchdown number 3 for him in the game and number 14 for the year. Boswell adds the extra point, and the Steelers will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
On 1st down, Burrow. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Just seems like another case of predetermining where the quarterback is going to go with the ball. He had a lot of good route options on that last concept. I think if he just remains a little bit more patient, read the play out, let it unfold, will lead to some easier and better completions.
He'll get this out to his running back. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And a good run there. Finds the lane. Gets forward. Got 8 yards and sets up a much more manageable 3rd and 2. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
And on that 3rd down, they thought an easy way to pick it up and get some positive yards would go to their quick game, but it didn't seem like the receiver and the quarterback were on the same page, and now brings up 4th down.
On 1, right?
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down.
11 MT, hey!
Working out of the gun, Burrow. That is incomplete. They took a chance throwing it on 4th and short, but not to be, and they'll turn it over on downs.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down. But this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
Here we go. Set.
They'll give it to Harris again. And good hard running will get him down close to a 1st down. Might be a yard short.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the 1st down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage in a lot of situations, it'll get you the 1st down, just not here.
Hey, Ken. Set.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll let this go for Pickens. And he will score again. George Pickens. Touchdown Steelers. What a night he's having. That's 4 touchdowns in this game alone. So that one, his 4th touchdown catch of the game. That is 1 behind the single-game NFL record. Boswell adds the extra point, and the Steelers are able to extend the lead. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Stop.
Burrow. He's going to let it go deep for Chase. That's 3. 3rd time tonight he's been intercepted. And the Steelers are going to get this back at their own 34-yard line.
Frankly, Mike, a disaster. I don't know how else to classify it. I mean, that's now 5 turnovers, 3 coming through the air. You're just not going to win games at this level playing and giving the ball away.
Here we go, set.
On the handoff, here's Harris running right. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Here's a 2nd and 6.
March right. Here we go, set. Set.
To throw is Fields. A pass taken in by Harris.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Here's 3rd and 2.
Here we go. Good.
try to run for it with Harris.
Najee Harris, the ball carrier, taken down at the 43-yard line. A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
Only need a yard, and it's 4th down.
Here we go, Scott. Right.
Fields to throw for it. He's got his man. It's Pickens. And he's going to have the Steelers first down, and he'll get it by plenty. It's a gain of 8 on 4th and 1.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
Here we go.
Here's 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
Right.
Victory formation here as he's down to a knee.